always joke that like you kind of are like, you know what, everyone's amazing, you know, whoever wins is great, but they're like the not.
If you thought celebrity drama was cooling off, think again, because Hollywood's tea kettle is boiling over and everyone's sipping. First up, Billie Eilish's brother and 10-time Grammy winner Phineas reveals his hilariously awkward encounter with Taylor Swift that left the room buzzing.
I think she's wonderful. Her songwriting inspired me for years.
Then, Jason Kelce stirs the pot by responding to trolls, claiming his wife Kylie hates his family.
Kylie didn't even like me having a mullet. She's definitely not.
Next, Taylor Swift steps into the spotlight with pride for boyfriend Travis Kelce as their romance goes fully public, and fans swoon over Travis's sharp new look. But it's not all wins. Travis takes a tough loss amid whispers about Taylor's possible appearance at his next game. And finally, Selena Gomez's wedding to Benny Blanco is set to be the season's hottest ticket, but loyalty to Taylor and Travis might just cost Blake Lively her seat.
I've never really felt so sure about something, and I also don't want to jinx it by saying that.
Imagine you're at Taylor Swift's birthday bash surrounded by glitter, A-listers, and enough cupcakes to feed a small country. The music's pumping, the vibe's perfect, and then, boom! You accidentally pull one of the most awkward social moves imaginable. That's exactly what happened to Phineas. Yep, Billie Eilish's big brother and 10-time Grammy magnate. According to insiders, the man went full brain glitch when Taylor personally thanked him for showing up. Instead of just nodding like a normal human, he apparently thanked her right back. For coming. To her own party. Imagine the internal scream. But that's Phineas for you, a guy who can drop platinum hits and still trip over small talk. He's been making the rounds lately, promoting his new pop duo, The Favors, and spilling random gems about his life growing up in LA. And let me tell you, his childhood resume is wild. Forget mowing lawns or selling lemonade. He says he got roped into market research gigs as a kid, which basically meant watching TV or playing games while twiddling a little dial to say if you liked it or not. Sounds fun until you realize it was an all-day grind for like $15. Child labor, but make it Hollywood. And because no Phineas interview is complete without some offbeat life advice, he's apparently living by a rule gifted from a mastering engineer. If things go sideways, just rock out. Like, full send, mic's dead, rock out. Guitar string snaps mid-show, rock out. Flights delayed 4 hours, you guessed it, rock out. The man could probably spill coffee on himself during an award speech and just start freestyle rapping about it. Speaking of people who can laugh at themselves, Jason Kelce just casually waded into one of the weirdest internet rabbit holes about his own wife. Out of nowhere, a random fan post starts throwing out this theory that Kylie, his wife of over 6 years and mom to their 4 girls, secretly can't stand him or his family. You'd think most celebs would scroll right past that mess, but nope. Big Jason apparently spotted it and decided to confirm? Well, sort of. He joked that Kylie does in fact hate him a lot of the time. That's either elite self-awareness or the man has just fully surrendered to married life. Naturally, the internet did what it does best, panic and scream, "Get out of there, Jason," like he'd wandered into a cult meeting. The irony? This whole Kylie hates the Kelces conspiracy started on a Taylor Swift fan account, which is already a place where reality bends like a funhouse mirror. And yet here's Jason, Eagles legend, just strolling in like, "Sup, I live here now." To make it even more chaotic, this comes just days after Kylie was seen arm in arm with Jason at a family funeral, looking perfectly fine with everyone. She's also publicly crowned Travis, yes, that Travis, as the king of the Funkles, which in the hierarchy of brother-in-law nicknames is about as affectionate as it gets. And speaking of Travis, turns out Taylor is flipping her own rulebook when it comes to love. The woman who once treated her relationships like top-secret government files is now happily parading around stadiums, holding hands with an NFL tight end, and wearing Chiefs gear like she's been a lifelong Kansas City resident. According to insiders, she's basically saying, "Yeah, we're together, and yes, you can watch me scream from the stands when he scores." This is a massive switch-up from her "you'll never catch me in the same zip code as my boyfriend" era. Back in the Joe Alwyn days, her love life was so low-key, you half expected her to walk around in a wig and fake mustache just to buy groceries. But with Kelce, no disguises, no secret back alley exits. She's all about showing up for each other's big moments, him at her concerts, her at his games, like a Hallmark movie with better hair. Apparently for her, going public isn't about putting on a show, it's about not caring who's watching. She's ditched the stress of dodging paparazzi in favor of just living life, whether that means a fancy New York dinner or an impromptu sideline appearance. And honestly, it's working. Fans have bought into the whole "this is real" vibe, probably because it doesn't feel like a PR stunt. Insiders say the pride they have in each other is a huge part of why it works. They hype each other up like teenagers on prom night, except their prom is the Super Bowl or a sold-out stadium. And while the internet loves to whisper about possible engagement rings, both of them are keeping that conversation locked up tighter than her unreleased tracks. 2 years in, they're still going strong, still breaking the internet every other week, and still refusing to give haters the satisfaction of thinking it's all fake. And now the man himself is proving that it's not just touchdowns and Super Bowls keeping his fan base loyal, it's the drip. After a chill, laid-back offseason that saw him experimenting with enough hairstyles to start his own barbershop catalog, Travis hit the NFL preseason opener against the Arizona Cardinals, looking like he just stepped out of a GQ cover shoot. The Chiefs may have lost the nail-biter 2017, but Kelce's arrival, that's a straight-up W. The team's Instagram even hyped him up before kickoff, posting his all-black, swagger-drenched walk into the stadium with a cheeky "Year 13, here we go," slyly winking at both his NFL milestone and his girlfriend's famous lucky number. The man rolled up like a boss, beard trimmed to perfection, mustache on point, and a fade so sharp it could slice through the Cardinals' defensive line. Fans immediately abandoned any discussion about the actual game and flooded comment sections to gush over hot Travis season being officially back. People were writing full love letters about his haircut, with one fan basically saying, "Okay, Taylor, now I understand." Another dubbed him Dad in a way that was definitely not about parenting. Others were just relieved he ditched the Happy Gilmore 2 look, the long hair and thick mustache combo that had him giving off retro gym teacher energy, and returned to the clean-cut version everyone knows and thirsts over. And honestly, the man's track record with hair changes is wild. From that 90s middle part moment to the rugged off-season mountain man look, Kelce has proved he can rock anything and still look like the kind of guy who'd help you move a couch and then take you to a 5-star dinner. Now heading into his 13th season, he's got the game face, the wardrobe, and the grooming routine locked in. And now the big question everyone's asking, is Taylor bringing her magic back to the stands? Because let's be real, Travis might have the hands, the roots, and the beard game, but history says his secret weapon is a blonde in red lipstick yelling "Let's go" from a luxury box. The stats don't lie. The Chiefs have racked up 19 wins in the 23 games she's attended since they got together. That's basically a better win rate than some teams have had in entire decades. Insiders are saying this 13th season might even be Kelce's last, so the man could use every lucky charm he can get. Taylor's been MIA for the preseason, probably giving her vocal cords a rest after touring the planet, but the buzz is she'll be back for the Chiefs vs. Eagles matchup. And not just any matchup. This is the Super Bowl rematch where Travis's crew took an L last time. You just know the NFL cameras are already practicing their slow zoom on her reaction shots. Back in 2023 and 2024, she was basically a regular on the sideline scene, flying out between Eras Tour stops like some kind of glittery NFL fairy godmother. One night she's on stage belting Anti-Hero to 70,000 people. The next, she's in a parka with a cup of hot chocolate, screaming her lungs out for a 3rd and long conversion. That's commitment. This year, she's got a lighter schedule, meaning she's free to hit even more games. The Super Bowl rematch is already locked on her calendar, and fans are treating it like Coachella tickets. High demand, limited spots, and the possibility of viral moments that live forever. And speaking of calendar circled in red, there's another date that's got the gossip mill running like it just had 3 espressos: Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's Montecito I Do Fest in September. And when I say exclusive, I mean if you're not on the list, you're basically watching it from a drone, if the drone doesn't get shot down first. They're doubling security, probably hiring ex-Secret Service agents whose main job will be to swat phones out of people's hands faster than a grandma catching the last roti at dinner. But the real tea? Blake Lively's invite is hanging by a thread thinner than the plot of a bad Netflix rom-com. Apparently, there's been some frost in the Blake-Taylor friendship aisle, all thanks to Blake's legal spat with Justin Baldoni. You know, the one from It Ends With Us. Things got messy enough that Swift almost got subpoenaed, which is basically the celebrity equivalent of someone trying to tag you in a group project you didn't sign up for. Selena? She wasn't having it. She wanted her parties filled with glitter, platform boots, and happy vibes, not lawyers and side-eye energy. So earlier this year, when Gomez threw a birthday bash, Blake's name mysteriously vanished from the list like a bad ex from your Instagram feed. Insiders swear Selena even organized a girls' night with Taylor to make it crystal clear where her loyalties were, and maybe to remind the world she's a ride or die friend with the receipts. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.